Okay, in the movie Ginger Snaps, right, our friend Ginger gets bitten by a werewolf. Now, this happens right after she gets her period, right? But also notoriously, what also bleeds vaginally after you do a deed, blah, blah, blah. The werewolf attacked the bite. It could have been a symbolic representation of a grape, okay? That's one. Throughout the movie, her coming to terms with her adolescence and her reclamation of sexual control, which in turn turns into serial killing, right, is symbolized in the werewolf, right? Like that something animalistic happened to her, so in turn she herself became the animal that she feared, right? Okay. So much so that it left her sister Bridget no choice but to kill her. Spoilers if you haven't watched Ginger Snaps. I don't know. If you haven't watched Ginger Snaps, I don't know what you're doing. Anyways. Ginger Snaps Part 2, which has a completely different director. I might put their names, I might not. Deals with the aftermath and trauma that Bridget has to endure after killing her sister. Her lycanthropy is not inherently sexual. There are moments in the film that allude to her deluge, or how you say, escape, I'll just put it plainly, being a sexual fantasy that turns into murder, right? It's more, although it more revolves around drug use and addiction. If you've seen Ginger Snaps 2, then you know about the character Ghost. And Ghost is a very controversial figure, in my opinion, because you're rooting for them until you're not. I mean, spoilers ahead, to suffice to say. I just really trigger warning about SA and graping and all that, blah, blah. I was very much off-put and taken aback by how they, even though she lied about getting SA'd, it was just very weird. I guess it was used to show how far she was willing to go to believe her own delusion? Question mark. And at the same time, alerting the audience when we found out, that she burned her grandmother alive. Alerting the audience at just how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs this young little white girl is. But I think the worst part about it all, in my opinion, is how she left Bridget to become the monster she so desperately did not want to become. And whether symbolically, yeah, okay. I mean, literally, Bridget became a werewolf, right? But if we're talking about it symbolically, Ghost killed off any resources that would have been beneficial to Bridget in a way that didn't include her. I mean, it's manipulation at its finest. It's sickening. And at the end of it, for her own benefit and gain, she keeps Bridget in the basement as her tool and weapon of vengeance. As the werewolf she is. It's just sick as dog. That one really messed me up.